Great to have you join us on this week's episode of ArtHouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. On our lineup today, it's a beehive of activities for art lovers at this fair in Lagos. To a solo exhibition in another part of the commercial city. Then we head to Ogun State to visit this artist studio. We show you that and more when ArtHouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
The whole idea in all my work is to generate a certain level of questioning on the way the modern man relates to the planet Earth.
Plus 234 Art Fair has come to town again, and it showcased the rich culture and tradition of Africa through exciting and colorful works of art.
Installations with animal-based themes and sculptural pieces made from wood, metal, clay, stone and fiberglass exploring different subjects greet the visitors who have come to experience the 2025 edition of the Plus Art 234 Fair in Lagos, which is showcasing art for everyone. To get a feel of how these works are created, there's a live pottery session going on in a corner, a lot of spinning and molding till the final outcome is presented.
Well, it's been a great deal of fun. It's been so exciting, so much fun, and it's been terrifically interesting as well. It's an amazing experience. It's been wonderful working with this team that we've had this year. It's a much larger team than we had last year, but full of professionals, and it's just been a pleasure to work with everyone. They've worked so tirelessly and hard, and I think this year they've achieved much more than we did last year. The fair is 10 times more interesting. The artworks are better selected. The experience is better curated. The storytelling is more cohesive. It's just a more interesting fair all around, and I think it makes more sense. I think it's bigger and better, and it can only get bigger and better in the future.
There's more to see beyond the sculptures. On the lineup are paintings, digital art, photography and other sessions for emerging artists to put the second episode of the Fiesta to a larger scale with a theme that seeks everyone's involvement to grow the arts.
As the founder, I still had input, and the theme was chosen last year, which is championing patronage. So this year is about how can we be patrons, how can each of us support the arts, support artists, what can we do in terms of really making them feel that what they're doing is worthwhile. We have so many amazing artists in Nigeria. The quality of the work is just outstanding. And so this is a fair for emerging artists. We have 4 pavilions, digital, 2D, which is sculpture, 2D, which is fine art, 3D, which is sculpture, and we have photography as well, which Lagos Photo curated. So, and we have the Patrons Lounge, which is a showcase of one collector's works, very young collector, to show that, you can just build up your collection. And you can always start, and you don't have to be so wealthy to start collecting works. A lot of us, even as students, have friends who are artists, so we're just supporting them with work. Support comes in different forms. Patronage means support. So we can support them by being mentors or being, helping them, with when they start earning financial management or giving a space for studio. There's so many ways beyond just the buying. You support artists. And I really strongly believe that the talent we have in Nigeria is just outstanding.
We've worked with many sectors and we've identified the creative sector as a topical sector. You've seen the success in Nollywood, you've seen the success in Afrobeats, why not the arts? So we met Soto Gallery and we've come up with +234 Art, which is an ode to Nigerian art. Now what we've seen is we've brought a platform where young artists, largely on gallery, can meet global standards, can meet global players, can meet global art collectors. And what you will see, if you look at the footfall here, there's a lot of non-Nigerians, a lot of expatriates that are in Lagos are coming to our building because they are the typical art lovers. So for us, it's a sense of accomplishment in that we've found a platform whereby we can project Nigerian creatives. We can give our young artists a voice in the global playing field.
It's marvelous, and I know that with this is going somewhere, particularly taking the younger, the budding artists, that are galleryless, that are addressless, that are people that are just coming up, wanting to ascertain the profitability of the profession they got into, and that is why these exhibitions, this vibrancy is important in the arts.
My work entails vendors and their struggles, what they face, their daily experience, the scenarios. They are what shape our community and because they deal with selling and buying and selling, and it's also part of what brings up as a young kid, because my background deals with my mom is a vendor. And my grandma is a vendor, so I have the experience of what they face totally, and the assistance they do to us as a kid.
An Art Patrons Lounge has been created with collection and youth at the heart of it.
It's been nice to see people interacting with the works. Interacting with the different, this year is much more interaction. So we have the theme patronage. What does it mean? So when you walk through the exhibition, you see exercises and words and pictures that talk about patronage. A lot of children came through, I think it was on Thursday. We had about 6 or 7 different schools. So it was nice to see them getting involved with the Children's Art Gallery, which we collaborated with them again this year. And they've done the workshops for the children and then the tours as well. So just seeing the children go around, seeing people just the digital section, seeing people in the lounges, in the coffee shop. It's been really interesting. It's been really everyone's having fun. And we also have an installation, Colour Me, as well. And that's like an adult kind of colouring book. So people are really having a lot of fun with that too.
They're very myriad, diverse works of art. Some interesting and invoking pieces. For me, I like light art. I like art that's happy feeling, and there are not many of that here. I mean, art is very thoughtful, typically. So there's a lot of dark art and lots of interesting pieces that people have seen. I mean, if you look around the hall, the red dots implied sales, and about 40% have been sold in 2 days, which means that there's lots of, people connecting to what they see here. So I think for me, it's a plus. It's done very well. So
most of the works are here. You can't even say these are budding artists. It looks as if it's actually an international show. Of course, it's an international show because I know that this is relates to the world right now. I am able to resonate with this because I have actually shown internationally. And most of the pieces, most of the works that I've seen here are cleverly chosen because I know that they are juried for these exhibitions. So they are cleverly chosen from all the array of artists. And I'm sure they have over 250 artists that are shown here. So it's massive.
We have a team that curates all the artworks, and that team tries to cater to as many different tastes and styles as we can and selects the best of the best out of all the works that were submitted. We had an open call that started early in the year, and we had applications from across Nigeria, from all the different states, and those applications, I think they exceeded over 1,000. We selected the best out of all of them, and that's how we selected the artworks for this fair. We were quite specific in what we wanted. We wanted artworks that were well finished, polished, skilled, colorful, interesting, different, original, and so we looked for things that just caught the eye, and we're looking for the next talented, emerging artist that has not been seen, a person who has a good idea, who has a good a way of expressing themselves, uses some materials that are interesting, some techniques that are different. There are all sorts of different criteria, but we try and be as selective as we can.
About 200 emerging artists from across Nigeria and beyond participated in this art fair, which lasted for several days.
Lovely pieces there. Now it's time for us to head to the studio of this artist in Mowe, Ogun State, to check out his creative process.
Different paintings herald our arrival to distinguished artist Seyi Martin's Idowu's studio. And he's working on this piece at the moment, but takes a pause to tell us about his artistic journey.
I have been an artist, should I say, by birth anyway, because my dad happens to be a very, very great artist. So I kind of inherited it in the family, although I studied. But it's more or less in the gene. It's in the system. So when I left secondary school, I attended Morusi College, secondary school at Ijebubu. So I left there. Went to Federal Polytechnic in Laro. So and ever since then, at least we've been rolling it till now.
The 57-year-old painter, who focuses on naturalistic pieces and portraiture, also takes us through his creative process.
If we want to do a great job, well detailed, well, you know, there are some jobs that you do it as an artist. You may not know that it's not detailed. Do you understand? But if I see a job that is not detailed as an artist, I know. But for you know, for people that are seeing it, they may not know, because the beauty or the resemblance they are looking for, you know, has, you know, kind of caught their attention. But if you want to do a job that is well detailed, at least personally, I always give myself 2 weeks. 2 weeks, at least at minimally a week. So that's well detailed. You have all the strokes. It's like you can also be, you always even be picking the object out of the board.
He worked with the Daily Times PLC in the late 80s and early 90s under the supervision of famous cartoonist Josie Ajiboye, before going into the corporate world of advertising as a visualizer, illustrator and graphic artist for some notable firms in Lagos. But now he's focused on his art.
Being a fresh student, we were on attachment, and I happened to be working directly with him. So that was when I got, you know, interested in this, in the painting aspect of fine art, because Baba happens to be a very great artist. So I used to go after him, watch him work, and I developed more and more interest in painting.
For this artist, who has done a lot of commissioned projects, both home and abroad, it's essential to showcase the beauty around us. And one way he can do that is through art.
As I always say, I'm a lover of backstories. It makes you better appreciate the grind and sweat that goes on before exhibition day. And talking about exhibitions, we'll see one when ArtHouse returns in a moment. So do stay with us. These are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with this oil on canvas work done by Oluwadamilola Ajala. It's called Stay With Me. Then rendered with acrylic on canvas is this piece done by Scott Art, titled Breakfast. Someone also having breakfast is Wakil Afalano's image, rendered with ink on paper. Then Feel My Dreams is an ink on cartridge paper work done by Stephen Ezike. This oil on canvas work, embellished with floral design, is done by Abidemi. Then education is life. That's what this artist, Lucky, is saying with his oil color and acrylic on canvas work. Then Dreamlike is Ogunusi Caleb's oil on canvas. Then this mural and graffiti art is done by Uche. It's called The Beauty of Family. Then we wrap things up with Abdul's art, done with mixed media, saying, "My weapon is art." And those are the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you always for sending them in, and as usual, encourage you to put your best foot forward, as always. Our next feature is a solo exhibition which showcases the ingenuity and craftsmanship as put together by this artist in Lagos.
The Atira Gallery in Lagos is the venue for this solo exhibition to celebrate years of dedication and craftsmanship of photographer John Dorojaye, who becomes a muse for his posture.
It has just been super clear to us that Camera Boss has a passion for art and for what he is doing. This exhibition is not a rush walk. It's a collation of many years of work, of investment into art. We have pictures ranging from different timelines and different places, different continents, all sitting in a space, very intentionally picked. And from the communications, we can also see how he's passionate about sharing his art with the Nigerian audience, coming back, even though he's not permanently based here, to make sure that in his home country, where his heart is, he showcases his work to the people and gives it a sense of healing to people, as it has been to him.
Aworan is a testament to images, character, and personalities. As the name is itself, Aworan is a Yoruba word that means image, that means pictures. But in this context, this Aworan means personality. When you say you are in the image of someone, So for in the Christendom, we say we're in image and likeness of Jesus. So, and that is what this means.
Inside the hall, the focus shifts to other fascinating subjects framed with black, which has notes underneath that describe what each piece represents.
So each of the art here present today are a reflection of my personality at the time of taking them. So at the time of sadness or pictures, at the time of COVID-19 when the world is going through a lot, we had series from that session too. So it was a curation of 12 years of digital artistry. So I'll just be able to pick 20 of a lot of my work, and I'm exhibiting them today, called Aworan. So the reason for Aworan is hinged on the reality of what I was going through, or what happened, or the state of mind, or the personality which I carry during the time of taking those pictures.
Aworan, which means image, takes the viewers on a journey through human nature, personalities and connections, as told by this visionary photographer and media artist.
This is the first time coming to an art gallery, and I would say much of the art here really resonates with me. And I think there was one particular one that I really like, and which is Stillness in Storm. I could actually really relate to it, basically because, we all go through stuff, and I'll go back to having God and all of that. That actually painted a picture. I was seeing myself in it, and I think it's perfect for an artist to actually capture that.
Coming in and seeing the paintings and the pictures, it's something that I resonate with a lot. I mean, understanding that the artist is trying to tell a story, and in as much as he's trying to tell a story, is allowing his viewers and audience the privilege of actually understanding and telling their own story through the pictures. I resonated with one, which is the weight of the watchful eye. I mean, the picture allows you to see yourself through the painting, so not just the interpretation of the artist, but you also giving it your own interpretation, how it reflects your life and stuff. So, I mean, it's an amazing thing, and each picture tells a different story.
Okay, so from the pictures that he's currently showing at the space, right, we can see very strongly that there's a theme of hope, right, a sense of hope where he's reminding people that storms may exist, but there is a person in you that can weather that storm, right? And there's also that place of community, a reminder that whatever it is that you're going through, somebody else has gone through it. Somebody else has an understanding of that story. Somebody else sees the world from the way you are seeing it, so that when you come in and you see those things, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one that hides away. I'm not the only one that, seeks some form of solace, and I'm not the only one bothered about the fact that everybody's eye is currently on everybody right now. So we have pieces that speak to these things I have mentioned.
Over 20 works of art pay tribute to John Durojaye's 12-year journey as a professional photographer.
If you thought that was amazing, then we'll serve you some more, but that will be on the next episode of the program.
Next week on ArtHouse.
World Kidney Celebration by Society of Nigerian Artists at Art Lab Gallery in Lagos. Seen, heard and understood, Christian Mike Nnaji's solo exhibition at My Dream Gallery in Lagos. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your ArtHouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of ArtHouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on ArtHouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for being a big part of it, and I look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a happy Easter celebration.